What's going on, guys? I got a project I'm starting for my drag car. It is a 1974 Camaro. It is a chassis car, and it's got about 20-year-old wiring in it. And the project I'm gonna be doing today is totally updating what I got. All right, so the car is in the trailer right now, so I can't show you guys that thing just yet. But to start out, we've got the V300 SD data logger from Race Pack. This is a really expensive piece, really nice stuff, works well. We also got a new coil in that box. We got a power grid system controller. We got a power grid ignition control, and then we also got the Race Pack IQ3 dash. Now, a lot of people are running this setup. This is a really good setup to have. Everything relates to each other. The MSD and the Race Pack stuff just goes great together. Now, a big thing I'm gonna have is I'm gonna be able to pull timing with the system controller and the ignition control together. So this is detrimental because I have a no prep car. It's on small tires. So in order to be competitive, I can't just go out there and throw everything at it. I gotta be able to pull timing, put that timing in each gear. Everything's gonna be different, so it's just gonna get really complicated. And without all this wiring in the car, I'm not gonna be going nowhere. So this will be a cool project to do for the channel, and I think you guys will like it. I have a GoPro all set up, and I'll just get some camera angles and then just walk you guys through what I'm doing, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Alrighty, boys, we got the car out of the trailer. I just listed my motor and my tranny up for sale, because we're going to be going Pro Charger, and I'm going to be getting in there and seeing how the dash fits, and I'll show you guys that right now. Alrighty, so I'm in the car. I've started to unplug a few things in my old wiring, but I'm going to show you guys how this dash is going to fit up right now. So here we are in the driver's seat. That's where my old dash used to be. It was just an old piece of crap, nothing really good. Right here I got the IQ3 dash. That thing's going to fit up there somewhat like that. That's the best I can show you right now without any holes being drilled, but it's gonna look awesome. It's gonna be really convenient, and I can't wait. Alrighty, so now we're outside the car. I'm creating a template for the back side of this dash because I'm gonna need to be able to run some cords through that aluminum plate that I showed you guys in the car. So I'm gonna get this cut out, get the bolt holes lined up, and then I'll be able to go into the car, mark it all up, and then cut that stuff out so that I can fit this thing up. Alrighty, boys, so stuff escalated pretty quickly. I just realized that I'm just gonna get rid of all my gauges because the IQ3 dash actually will display everything I had up there as a little gauge, the old school style gauges. So pretty much I'm gonna just fabricate a plate in there that's just gonna cover up all the old holes, and then I'll be able to put the dash in the plate before I put it in the car, so it's just a lot easier to fabricate because there's a lot of specific measurements I gotta make to make sure this dash fits correctly. So we got really lucky with the IQ3. It'll display all the stuff that my old gauges displayed, so it'll just be really clean setup, and I'm really excited. So we got up on the rack right now, and I'm gonna just show you guys the whole underside of the car so you can just get an understanding of what it is, and I'll show you how far I am with just getting rid of all the old wiring. So here we go. Alrighty, boys, starting out from the rear. We got a Stroud parachute. We welded the bracket on, made it all custom. Really cool stuff. Good product. Moving on underneath the car. We got a Moser M9 fabricated housing. We gave the measurements to Moser. They made it. It's made out of chromoly. It's got 40 spline axles, a 456 gear, and an aluminum case for that gear. We also got AFCO big gun double adjustable shocks. These are awesome. Love the way they look. A lot of people are running these, so it's just a good thing to have on the car. Moving on, we got the Willwood Dynalite drag brakes on here, and also you can see I have double bead locks from Raystar. Really good product. Love the wheels. Moving on, we have this wishbone that I made from Tim McAmis. Really good stuff. We also had B&T Shaft make us a drive shaft. They're our local drive shaft company. Now, this is where stuff gets a little fun. I'm already cutting out all the wiring, but we just got a little Power Glide from TCI, a stock case. We're actually selling this thing, and we're gonna buy a reed cased TSI Power Glide. Then, of course, you got the big block. We're selling it. Love for somebody to buy that thing. Alrighty, boys, I'm gonna get back to work. I gotta finish removing all the wiring, and we're just keeping a few things that are from the switch panel, which are still good because we did that earlier in the year. But once we get all this stuff out, I'm gonna figure out where I'm putting the MSD stuff and the data logger, and then we'll get the dash going, and it'll all just come together. Alrighty, boys, you just saw me take out all the wiring that was left, and it actually looks pretty clean up in there now. I'm gonna be able to go back in with the new stuff and just really do things the way that I wanted them to be. And I'll also just have a lot nicer car. It'll just be much better. So I'm gonna show you guys right now what I got going on. Alrighty, so shifter's gone. Got all the wiring out of there. Just got one more thing just hanging out. I'm gonna talk to my dad about that. But as you can see, I just gotta do a little cleaning up in here and I'll be all right. Get everything going. Now on this side, for the gauges, I've left the fuel pressure gauge, oil pressure, and then the water temp because they have the direct cables that are actually telling those things what I need to know. And I'm actually gonna be plugging those into a strip. I'll show you guys that right now. Here's that strip from Race Pack. I believe that's on this side. So yeah, you get your oil pump, or no, that's actually the top one is your fuel pump. Then you have your oil pressure, and then if you have a vacuum, my dad said it might be for turbo cars, but really nice piece. I'll actually be able to plug all that in. Other than that, right there, underneath that aluminum is a drive shaft loop, and I'm gonna be able to put a PPP air shifter on there with the new Power Glide that we're gonna get. And I'm really excited. The interior of this car is gonna look awesome. Alright, boys, I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna have to buy a 25.2 chassis certification kit from Tim McAmis to certify my car down to what it needs to be, because we're gonna be going probably like 720s in a quarter mile, and I'm not trying to get kicked out of track. So in order to complete the wiring, I'm gonna want that stuff welded in before, and then I can finish, and then we'll put the power plane in, and that'll be it for the winter. So next video is probably gonna be fabricating the roll cage, and I'll see you guys later.